Hey guys, AJ here, back with episode 2 of the AJ and Friends Cawdcast. Name pending. Hey guys, there's some construction down the street from me, so if you hear a little bit of banging noise, that's what that is. So sorry about that, guys. But anyways, yeah, guys. So it's Thursday, and I hope you guys are all having a good week, a relaxing week. I hope it's sunny where you are, because it's sunny where I am. It's not quite warm yet. It's not warm enough for me yet, but I'll stop complaining in record time because we all know how I feel about the cold weather. So, guys, today we are going to talk about Mr. Lorne Armstrong. Yes, we are. The legend in his own mind. And the thing about Lorne, like going back through all this stuff, I have to say that there's still like that small inkling part of me that when you feel you want that your humanity tries to kick in and feel bad for this guy, but he's such a knucklehead. Like everything about this guy is so bad, and then you're like, dude, he deserved every single thing that he got, even all the trolling that he got, and all the countless hours of entertainment that we did get from him is worth it all, or at least to us, right? So, guys, so we're gonna have the panel calling in here soon. I think we have Josh here. What's up, Josh? How you been?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Just watching the Yankees game. Thankfully, these new baseball pitching rules. It started at 1. It's actually going to finish in time for this. So
they put the pitch clock or whatever on there now.
Yeah, they have to like pitch faster or something.
Okay.
I don't know it exactly. I used to follow baseball heavily from 2005 to 2015, but then now I kind of not really as much.
I can tell you that there's a guy at my gym. He plays baseball. He's an older guy, and he's pissed. I can't believe they're doing this pitching clock. Rise.
Oh yeah,
dude is upset, man. He's one of those dudes. I don't understand what.
The rules of baseball are very sacred to people.
Yeah. Well,
like
it's the same.
Mike Francesas of the world.
But if you think about it, you look at baseball and boxing. No two sports mythologize the people more than baseball and boxing. Think about it. Like, they act like Babe Ruth. What do you say, Babe Ruth? He was the greatest baseball player to ever live. They say he was more than a man, less than a god, like Hercules or something. Like baseball really does mythologize its players. Like there are
guys. Babe Ruth was just some fat slob.
Yeah, some fat slob. Yeah. And NJ, hey, what's up, man? Yeah. NJ, that was like my 5th or 6th request. No, it was a while ago. The John France. I had it written down on the list, but I accidentally crossed it off. So yeah, thanks for reminding me. And that John France's eyes, guys. Do you remember on Finding Dory when Bruce the shark, when Dory hits her nose and he goes, yes, and his eyes go all weird, and he's like, here's Brucey. That's what John France looks like with his eyes. His eyes are just blank. No, but boxing's the same way. Like the way that boxing fans, they talk about, Joe Louis could have gone to Mount Olympus and knocked out Zeus. You know what I'm saying?
Like Muhammad Ali, he floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
Yeah, or even you look at what's his name? Well, I guess Jack Johnson did do a lot of stuff. I mean, he was like the first black champion in like the most like horrible time in the last 100 something years to be black. You know what I'm saying? But like boxers, yeah, man, they really do. But then there are stories like Roberto Duran did actually knock out a horse once. That story is true, man. There's multiple guys who were there. Like, oh yeah, they were all drunk, and this horse like nipped him, and he went pow, and he. I'm surprised he didn't wear it like a hat, like Hercules or something after the fact, you know. So, John's in the house. What's going on? So, guys, hold on. I'm gonna share this because someone dropped this in the Discord, and it's funny that I had just read this story.
That was me, AJ.
Yeah, dude, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I shared this in my Discord with my real life friends yesterday. They couldn't believe it.
You guys, look at this guy right here. If there's a guy that if you saw him around a school or a McDonald's play place, you want to call the cops or just pummel him mercilessly, this is the face of that guy right here, man. Look at this guy. Like, I would be shocked if this guy didn't, victimize kids. Look at him, Look at that. He got sentenced to 3,000 years in prison, making it one of the longest sentences in history. And guys, look, I know that one. We all try and have our moral consistency, right? But I told you guys I have a gray area when it comes to these guys, because I believe that deleting people is wrong in any case, even self-defense. It's wrong, but it can be necessary. That's two different things. There are things you have to do out of necessity that aren't morally permissible. You got 3,000 years. I am not pro death penalty at all, but
I am for this guy.
I am for this guy.
Someone made an excellent comment in the Discord. I think it was Jameson, that if he was caught on TCAP, the first or the last 2,998 years of the sentence would be suspended.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or if he was in California, he would have got 3,000 years of community service.
Exactly.
Look at this. Okay, so Matthew Perry, 44, was convicted of SA of a young girl thousands of times during a 6-year period. It started out when the victim was 5 years old. She was 11 when he was charged. Yikes. The victim testified that SA had become as routine as brushing her teeth. A friend of the victim who saw what was happening reported the SA to the school counselor, which led to the investigation in 2017. So the case took years to get to trial because Perry was originally deemed incompetent to stand trial and admitted for health treatment.
Give me a break.
They decided to charge Perry with one count for every day the child was SA'd, resulting in more than 13,000 felony charges, including 2,190 counts of SA of a child under 13 and 2,190 counts. He was related to this person. That's even worse. Wow. He'll be eligible for parole in the year 3523. Wow. Last year, look. He was sentenced between 40 and 80 years for SA of another young girl. What? He's married too. I didn't read that part. Look at that. So Cheyenne Perry, she was sentenced to 3.5 to 7 years in prison for recording videos and taking photos of the girl. She sent the videos to her husband while he was trying. And look, she only got set 3.5 to 7 years. Dude, what is going on?
Yeah, that was part of why I shared that. Is because number one, the guy, it's just the whole thing's insane. But also the fact that the woman who helped him with it only got such a small amount of time. I mean, she's just as guilty.
Janet's in the house. S. Tavares, what's up, man? I just came in to test this out. I knew what it was. All right. So hold on. But you guys remember the Ken and Barbie doll deleters, right? Bernardo, they're from Canada. Here you go. All right, these guys, Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. This is them. So he got life, and then she got. I gotta look, but she's out right now. She was helping him kidnap, SA and delete young girls, including her own sister, her own little sister.
What?
Yeah, yep.
That's wild.
If I can find a non-copyright documentary, we'll do a live on this, right? But look, hold on. Let's go to the wonderful world of Estevara says she's in the Caribbean, so hey Estevara, help, let me know if they've taken down any more of your videos, man. Cause guys, you don't know, Estevara has TCAP clips on his channel. I think I put the link in one of his live, in one of my lives. So go sub to his channel. But he had put in one of the lives that some of his TCAP clips got taken down when they changed the algorithm like a month and a half ago. So let me see. So she's 52 now. And matter of fact, Estevara, hey, remind me to drop the link to your channel before the live is over. But look at that. Victims, Tammy Homolka, her sister. Look at that. So they gave her drugs, and then she choked on her own vomit and died. That was her sister. Then another one who was 15, another one who was 14, another one who was 15. It's crazy, man. Absolutely insane. How long did she get? It was clear that the Crown's case against Bernardo depended on their evidence. Oh, so they said, look, if she doesn't testify, they don't think that they'll have enough evidence to convict. So she was arraigned on 2 counts of man deletion. And the husband was charged with 2 counts of kidnapping, unlawful confinement, aggravated SA, and first-degree deletion, as well as 1 for dismemberment. Hold on. What did she get? Hold on. Defense or so how much? Okay. I'm trying to look at how much time did she got. Hold on. Anyways, well, here, she didn't get enough time. How about that?
Well, apparently not. If she's out there living in the Caribbean,
yeah,
sipping a peach Bellini right now.
I cannot find out how much time she got. If someone else can find that, drop that in the chat, because
John said 10 years.
Oh, okay. That's still not enough time. But did she do all 10 years? Hold on. That was because she was deemed as risky to offend. She was denied statutory at least 2/3. Oh yeah, so she did her full sentence, which is, I guess, something, right? But yeah, let me see. Is she still in the U.S.? They said that she moved to Guadalupe.
John said she made a plea deal with the police before they knew she was involved, her level of involvement.
Yes, because they got the videos and saw that she was filming the video and like directing and stuff. Absolutely insane, man. Like, I just don't. And the fact that they didn't get the same sentence and the same, I mean, nowhere near close to the same, is crazy to me. So, All right, so here we go. Let's go back here. Yeah, guys, this is insane. I mean, they really should have just take this guy out back and do the thing with the. I think it was England, where they would tie your arms to a fence and then your legs to two horses, and then like just go Kya! And have the horses like carry you. Anyways.
Are you talking about when they would have you drawn and quartered?
Yeah, that was it. All right, guys. So
that sounds appropriate.
Here's what we're gonna do. Now I believe that this Cartoon Blue, what's up, man? Hold on. Let me stop sharing. I believe that this is not a copyright. This Lauren, because this is the uncut footage.
This is the footage that Lauren blessed the community with himself.
Okay, great. Because I was trying to figure out how to get around the copyright. So for those of you guys who don't know, there have been multiple streams where we've been trying to react to things, and the stream will just go down. And what happens is that if the algorithm catches anything copyright like MSNBC footage, then it'll yeet us off of YouTube. And I always say that that's Florida police coming to get us, because every time that that's happened, we've been looking at a case from Flagler Beach. Oh man. Okay, all right, guys. So before we get started, everyone on the panel, introduce yourself. I know that I believe Janet's gonna call in here too, but everyone just introduce yourselves, talk about your TCAP history, and then why do you think Lauren got this big? Like why out of everyone on TCAP there is Laurendom? And whoever wants to go first. Steve and Josh.
Well, before I get started, there's just something I have to say. I loved her first. I held her first. And a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd find you someday, but it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first.
Bravo. Where's my lighter in the air, dude? Where's my lighter?
But I thought we were talking about our favorite Lauren lore today.
Yeah. We can pull that up, that actual clip up. You know what I'm saying? After the segment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm glad you're using this segment, because my lore that I wanted to discuss was the Amanda James story, which is not as well known because they didn't include it in the episode.
I don't think I've heard that. So
I'm actually glad that you said that, because I was thinking about bringing that up too, but I got something else for you. But I think he does actually mention that in the full interview with Chris.
Yeah.
It's
but
Greek,
they cut it out of the regular episode for some reason.
Yeah.
So basically, like 5 years before TCAP, the first time that Lauren lived in Maine, he got catfished by someone named Amanda James.
Yeah.
He drove from Maine to Washington State and didn't meet her. He got scammed out of a bunch of money and a supposedly Dale Earnhardt memorabilia. And I don't know why he brings it up to Chris. I guess it's just like a ploy for sympathy, and that was like almost at like the birth of like chat rooms, like 2001, and he's already out there driving across the country. I mean, that's a good microcosm of his stupidity.
Josh, man, you set the bar too high.
I think it was actually before that. I think it was in the 90s that it happened.
Oh, Jameson said we're gonna get a copyright strike for me singing that.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, there you go. You guys, Didn't he also get in trouble? I mean, because he picked up like an underage girl and her friend, and then they were at his house, and him and his friend were like drinking.
Yeah, those are the two MySpace girls.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I said this in the Discord last night, but I went to a wedding a few years ago, and the father-daughter dance was that song, and I almost lost it.
I was listening to all of his singing stuff when he's singing "Like a Rhinestone Cowboy." It's like, it figures, dude.
Have you ever heard of the Beatles?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of the Beatles?
Like the band?
That's something he says in the phone call.
Oh, I was gonna say, wait, you're not asking me, are you? I don't live under a rock. Oh man, yeah. So, Josh, you want to let me see. What is your TCAP history, and then why do you think Lauren got as big as he did? Father, son, what's up, man? You have a little McNuggets. What's going on? Allie's in the building too, man. We got everyone here today.
Yeah, we are packed. I'm glad everyone got to hear me sing. I mean, I'm going to be reiterating kind of what I said.
How would this work? A TCAP theme wedding.
If I find a woman that'll do that with me, I'll know it's true.
That's one to keep.
Steven. So this is reiterating what I said in the first episode, but I realize, not everyone probably was here for that. So I watched TCAP when it originally aired, and I was pretty much in the online community as soon as it was born, which was basically probably like around 2012 or 2013, really, when YouTube was more mainstream and people started uploading the episodes. So, I mean, I went through all the Church of Cawd stuff. I was never a poster, only a lurker. I have posted on the Temple of TCAP, but a Church of Cawd is a whole different animal. So, I mean, I've seen kind of everything that's happened over the years, and like the history of the community is almost as fascinating as the history of the show in and of itself.
Yeah, I think that once you get something, okay, so the show has a measurement, has a bit of sensationalism in it, right? And when you have a community that's looking at sensationalism, and then people start trying to one-up each other, right? And that sensationalism leads to just all kinds of foolishness.
Yeah, I mean, it leads until ultimately, like, people are at Lauren's house, and then I said this last time too. Once you're in the man's house, like, it's not really a catfish anymore. You're like acquaintances now, and that's crossing a line for me personally.
Yeah, and also too that it's not in good faith anymore, right? So like, we're all here to have fun, right? Yes, it's at Lauren's expense and at these predators' expense, but all of us are doing this in good faith. And most things in that involves interactions, if done in good faith, work out really well.
But yeah, Miley, multiple people have visited him at his home. I know Ember has. That's the big one, obviously.
Yeah. She had a video of herself like at his house. Like,
I'm pretty sure Crestfallen, who used to make all the TCAP parody songs that got taken down off YouTube probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I think Crestfallen visited him too. If you're not familiar with those parody songs, I think there's still like a dozen of them on video.
Yeah, I was listening to them earlier today.
Oh, really? They are so brilliant.
Oh, man. What's going on? All right.
Evil Little McNugget says at least 5 people have visited him.
That is insane, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, you know someone slept with him. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there.
Dude, come on. I got to eat soon after this. Steven. You want to go next?
Sure. My name is Jeff Stacy. And no, I'm kidding. My son kept asking me to do that. No, I was gonna save my Lauren thing for after.
Just give your TCAP history and
Yeah.
then why you think Lauren just blew up. Like why did this happen? Like, what about this knucklehead made all this? You know.
I mean, I think it's pretty simple. He's just a dumbass. He's like one of the stupidest people that has ever graced the internet. I mean, I don't know how much simpler to put it. He's just, I don't know how it's possible that somebody gets catfished this many times and scammed. I mean, it's absurd. When you look at the whole history of what's happened to this guy, it's just insane.
So, keep going.
No, go on. No, go on.
Question for the both of you, right? Out of all the new, Hansen versus Predator and above, who do you think has anywhere near the infamy as Lauren Armstrong?
The only one that comes even close is I don't know why I always forget his name, but it's also Jeff. Jeff Sokol.
Has to be Sokol. It has to be.
He's the only one that comes even close because he's such a scumbag.
He's such a meme, but he's such a meme.
I would say David Kay, the rabbi, only because he was in the first real investigation, and it was like such a big deal at the time, and his content's been out there like longer than anybody's basically. But yeah, nobody is in the same like ballpark as Lauren.
But the thing is I remember like seeing people just make Sokol into so many different memes of different angles of him eating that pizza.
Well, it's like people even have gone and left a bunch of reviews on the place that he got the pizza from. If you go look it up on Google, there's all a bunch of TCAP
you go there,
reviews.
Josh?
Yeah, I've been there. I have a picture there on my Instagram.
That's funny.
I only look. It's at the pizza place is actually in Greenwich. It's not in Fairfield, and I only live like an hour from Greenwich.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, anyways, so for you guys who haven't heard my history of TCAP, I used to watch it back in the day, back when I was in college, and I would watch it, but I really got into it when I think it was like season 3 or season 4, when they would have Sunday marathons, right? So like they have a marathon from like 1 p.m. to like 7 of like TCAP, right?
Oh, I remember those. Those were days.
We used to come home. We used to go out Saturday night on a rager. You know what I'm saying? And just you were so tore up the next day, hungover or whatever. So you just sit around the house and eat pizza. No pun intended, guys. And watch TCAP. So yeah, and that's what I started watching the same episodes over and over and over, and just realizing that there's new stuff. Like every time you watch an episode, especially a full episode, because it's hard to find the actual full episodes online, right? But when you can find them, like there's new things that you notice every single time. It just gives and gives and gives, right? But I would say that I would always watch clips. I had a really, 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 really boring job back in like 2012 and 2013. So that's the first time that I actually would spend time on the internet.
I'm sorry, I keep exiting out of the stream on accident. So if you lose me, that's
all good, man.
I'm sorry.
But that's when I would like find ways to pass the time, right? And TCAP clips started popping up, but I didn't actually read the chat logs until like last year. I didn't put 2 and 2 together and realize that was a thing. And then Eric,
hey girl. Just speaking to what you were saying about how you see something new every time. Like I've literally seen every episode hundreds of times, and there are still things that I find that I didn't remember or didn't see before.
Ali said we aren't watching TCAP if the Steelers and Ravens are playing.
I love Jameson's comment too. Were you partying in a mansion for days?
But you know what though? That's what happened to me because we would go out to clubs and raves and everything, and you know there's no sleeping the next day when you've been up all night on various substances. What? So I remember like my house was kind of like the after hours spot, right? So we're music playing or whatever, and it was 1 o'clock. Like everyone shut up because I have to watch my TCAP, right? Well, to catch a predator at the time. And I just remember everyone being like, "What is this? Is this real?"
I forgot to mention that in high school, I took this like BS elective course called Government and Economics. I mean, it shouldn't be BS based on that title, but it was. And I actually convinced the teacher one day to devote an entire class to watching TCAP. At that time, like that was like right when it came out, so not everyone was aware of it.
Oh wow! All right, here we go. So let's get started, guys. You know what? I'm gonna drop the link for anyone else who wants to come up while we start the segment here, guys. So if you want to come on up,
Oh,
click huh?
I meant to let you know. I saw Janet said she'll be on around 4, so
yeah.
she'll be in soon.
No worries. So anyone, just click on the link. Just remember that you don't have to turn your camera on, but your microphone needs to be on. And then, if you want, you can change your name on there so that you appear as a different name if you want. Okay.
Change your mind to Jeff Stacy next time.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
You know what? I haven't seen Charles Lee Love's channel up. Huh, that's right. Because he had a video up. Hold on. Holy crap. I don't see his channel.
Yeah, he hasn't been on my recommended recently. Now that I come.
Whoa.
Is he gone?
Yeah, that's good. Dude, so here's what happened, guys. I really think that somehow they changed the algorithm, right? And he had a lot of videos that had copyrights on them, and because he had a ton of videos, and he probably just had all the strikes hit him at the same time. So that sucks. Well, hopefully he won't be that he's just in jail for a little bit and not had his channel struck down. Excuse me. Let me go. There was one. Hold on. Father son, do you remember Christopher Ray Cothram?
Oh yeah, I see somebody just uploaded his was it Saul today uploaded him?
Yeah. I don't remember him at all, man. At all. I gotta do some research, man, because I do not remember him. So, but yeah, it's interesting because okay. Certain people edit the videos enough to where there's no copyright, right? And certain people will actually put stuff out of order, and that's good, but you can't just like react to just the segments or you'll get nailed. That sucks, man. His channel's not up anymore. Anyways, let's see.
Drive.
Terrible.
Really? How come?
No, she was already.
Oh. Well, look, we got these new chairs and
Look at this guy.
You can totally feel their chemistry here, though, at the beginning.
Look at this guy. And I like how he sent the one with like all the angles of his moronic self, thinking that this is gonna prove that he's not a moron. You know, what's this
Let's remind everyone in the chat that Lauren once got catfished by somebody claiming to be this actress like 12 years after.
Yeah. She was like, even though I helped to send you to jail, I think that we really had some chemistry. Oh man.
I have to sit down.
I have to sit down?
Yeah, look. It's a massager chair.
God,
It vibrates.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Let's see that on replay, Alex.
Look. It's a massager chair.
God,
It vibrates
look at
when you press the buttons.
Look, oh my god.
Jeff.
Such a doofus.
Oh man. You guys, the best things in
so
life.
Happy, and that makes it even better that he gets caught.
Oh man, the best things in life are free, guys. They really, really, really are. Because man, oh man. Hushing silence. I hope that you're not that we're not making you laugh too much at work. Nothing worse than being in your office or your cubicle or whatever, and you're laughing hysterically, and everyone's staring at you funny. So, Janet, what's going on, my friend?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No worries. So we were all telling about our TCAP experience, and then why do you think Lauren got like blew up as big as he did?
TCAP experience. I started watching like most of you guys from the very beginning. I would watch it with my grandma, and it would be our special time.
Oh.
And she would heckle all the predators. She was number one heckler. So that this show holds a dear place in my heart. Also, a survivor of SA who actually the person that did it actually has like 3 different chat logs on perverted justice.
What?
So yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm so
he got
sorry.
busted.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
He got busted and arrested like 4 times, and then finally is now in prison for the rest of his life. But just watching the takedowns just makes me happy.
Well, over here, like Josh, Steven, all the rest of us, we all believe that if you get it should be one strike and you're out, dude. You know what I mean? I honestly believe it. There shouldn't be any rehab, any prison time. That's it, dude. You're done. You know, that's me. Look, and I've worked with. I had a job where I had to work with people who were offenders and addicts and everything. So I've worked in that type of environment, and I've seen addicts turn their lives around. I've seen people who were in gangs, people that maybe got in a fight and deleted someone. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen these people move on and better themselves. But I do not believe that these people can ever be rehabilitated ever, and they should be removed from society. Okay, and we shouldn't waste our tax dollars housing and feeding them. If that. Hint, wink, wink. If that makes any sense.
Just exile them to an island, like John Wesley Elliott said.
Or what was the movie with Ray Liotta where they're on the island? Hold on. Ray Liotta island. No Escape. Oh, you guys. Dude, who remembers this movie, man? Look at this. You guys, look at this. Look at how young Ernie Hudson was, man. You guys haven't seen this movie, man. This movie's fantastic. And look, Bishop from Aliens was on it too. This movie was good, man. Look at Ray Liotta actually looked kind of young once.
Yeah, I saw his last movie in the theater, Cocaine Bear, and it ends with him getting his guts literally ripped out of his body by the cocaine bear. It's pretty. And then they had the audacity after it ended to say it in loving memory.
Ray Liotta. Oh,
I'm sure he didn't intend for that to be his last moment on film.
Yeah, but you guys know what like the crappiest movie was. And who remembers?
Did he pass away recently?
Yeah, last year, man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Who remembers Waterworld? This was terrible. I saw this in the theater too. I was like, what was I thinking? Like, what?
Is this what Avatar: The Way of Water ripped off?
No.
The craziest part is like Well, I didn't see the new Avatar because I saw the first one in the theater, and I remember it being good. And then I tried to watch it again. I'm like, this movie is trash, right? So I didn't
Really?
even see. Yeah, like I can't watch the first one again. I don't know why. And then
I love that movie.
have you watched it lately? Like I don't get it.
I guess it's been a while.
Try it again and see. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. I mean, that isn't good. It's just not as good as I remember that. I thought that movie was like amazing, and then I'm just like, huh. So, but yeah, Waterworld was terrible, man. Kevin Costner had a whole string of just crap fests. You guys remember?
He sure did.
He was in like literally every sports movie in the 90s.
This movie was terrible.
Is this like a biopic about Eugene Daly?
No. Except he's chasing little girls around on his horse, right? Yeah, man. He was in a bunch of bad films, man. But okay, last one. Do you guys remember The Fan? You guys, if you can, check this movie out. This movie's fantastic, man. It's one of my favorite movies. Has anyone seen it? So Wesley Snipes plays this baseball player. Obviously, because he's in a baseball uniform. And then Robert De Niro is this like crazy knife salesman that's like getting divorced. So he finally snaps. And he's like Wesley Snipes' character's biggest fan, right? And he like kind of weasels his way into his life and just like starts going
this
nuts.
sounds so good. You know, I
Good.
don't really like sports movies in general, even though I love sports.
It's a psycho movie. It's great, man. It's really, 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 and every psycho to have after you having a psycho knife salesman after you.
What's up with all the movies from the 90s that just have the two main characters' faces right next to each other on the cover?
Like
Face Off.
Yeah, of course. We all know this guy.
Such a bad movie.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
Oh, man. This movie. I saw this in the theater, too. Don't judge me.
Such a bad movie.
Oh man! Someone, hold on. Hushing silence. I think that you should get some headphones or something if you can.
Don't judge me.
Because it's a replay. So, or if you're watching on YouTube, you have to turn the sound down on YouTube because there is a 10-second delay. So anyone who has your sound on, just listen on StreamYard and not on YouTube. Hello? Everyone there?
Sorry, what was that?
Okay, no.
I'm here. I thought you were talking to somebody else.
Yeah. Just everyone. So when you log onto the StreamYard, just make sure to turn the YouTube down. But yeah, just listen on StreamYard and not on YouTube.
I can't. My phone won't let me do both at the same time anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie's it's come on, guys. It was so bad that it's good. I mean,
there's a movie reviewer on YouTube, and he did a review of this, and they said that they thought it'd be funny if what happened with that movie is like, because apparently those two, Nick Cage and I can't remember the other one. They
John
don't.
Travolta.
Yeah, there you go. They don't really like each other that much in real life, and so
that's not hard to believe.
Yeah. So what if during the filming they were just trying to do, because they're supposed to be like playing each other. What if they were trying to do like the worst portrayal of each other possible to make them look bad?
What? They probably did, because dude, this movie, oh man. And then the other one was Broken Arrow. Yeah. This was. Yeah, you're right. There's the two guys' faces, man. That was the 90s for you. But hey, look, I don't care what anyone says, and we'll get back to Lauren. But you guys know me in movies, man. Get it. You guys, this movie's awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
Movie.
Don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby.
I'm actually going to karaoke for the first time in forever tomorrow night, and I'm doing that song.
And I don't want to miss it. Yeah.
Honestly, I've never seen that movie.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Back me up, Josh. Okay. Do you remember that Deep Impact and Armageddon came out the same year? Remember?
I never saw Deep Impact.
Okay, because it's trash. Okay, people were trying to say that this movie was better than Armageddon. Dude, kiss my ass. No, it wasn't, dude. This movie is garbage. Like it just irks me that people were like, "Oh, Deep Impact was so much more serious, man. It meant so much, bro." No, like
it's impossible not to cry when Bruce Willis martyrs himself.
Yeah, I mean spoilers, but guys, this movie's like 20-something years old. So
Yeah.
When a movie's that old, I don't think you have to have a spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it in 20 years, that's kind of your own fault.
And then the other one was here we go. Okay. Speaking of crappy Kevin Costner films. Okay, so this movie came out the same year as Tombstone, which is one of my favorite films. This movie is trash, you guys. It's 3 hours long.
Vincent Ambrosio?
Oh, what?
The cowboy hat.
Predator. Oh, yeah, right there.
The Undertaker Predator.
Yeah. What did the Undertaker say on the? I think it was this movie or it was Tombstone. I'll be seeing you soon. And then, okay, so this movie, and then there's Tombstone. Yes. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Man, if you guys haven't seen Tombstone, yes, this movie's fantastic. It's one of the best movies ever made. It's one of those where it comes on TV. It's like Shawshank. Like, oh, man, dang it. Now I got to watch the rest of it, you know? So anyways, I digress.
That movie for me is definitely Forrest Gump.
Yeah, me too. I know a guy who hates Forrest Gump. I'm like, dude, are you
human?
Are you human? I know.
I've actually Forrest Gump was based on a book, and there's actually a book sequel that I've read where like Forrest plays for the New Orleans Saints and like goes to the moon and all this other stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gump, what is your major function in this army? To do whatever you tell me to, Drill Sergeant? God damn it, Gump. That is the most outstanding answer I've ever heard in my life. You're going to be a goddamn general one day, Gump. He's like, done, Drill Sergeant? Gump, why'd you put that weapon together so quickly? Because you told me to. Jesus H. Christ, Gump, you're a genius. All right.
Flip the switches.
Which one is it?
You can use either one of them. It tells you there's one for your butt, there's one for your lower back, and there's one for your upper back.
I just felt my butt.
All right. Oh yeah. All the Ernest films are good. Even the last one he had where he's like old is still good. I don't care.
Thing.
You can pretty much tell the difference when you press
Holy, yep, that's my
that
butt.
feels so good, right?
I thought you had blonde hair.
Do you like it?
I thought you had blonde hair.
He
I
looks
think
nothing
it's
like
pretty.
the picture of the decoy.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
Where's
Oh
the
my
pizza?
God.
I was
Every time he says, "Oh my God," take a shot or something. You'll get drunk in no time.
I am
eat
drinking
because
right
I thought
now.
you were bringing some.
I wasn't bringing any pizza.
Well, weren't you gonna bring me something?
Well, yes, I was. And I did.
Did you bring any condoms?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay, hold quick. All right. Who is your favorite not favorite? Who do you think is the best decoy in TCAP? We can
Emily.
be male and female.
Emily and Dan.
I agree.
So who was Dan?
Yeah.
Dan was the blonde-haired one with Stanley Kendall.
Chase Stanley.
Do you mind if I pour myself
a drink, Stanley?
He has a great interaction with Rob Culbertson too.
Yeah.
The guy that comes on a bike.
Man. No, but I think that Emily has to be the best because she looks the youngest out of all of them, so she fit the part, right? And then B, her voice is forever like a like her voice is a meme at this point. Like, I made some cookies. Come on in. Even do you guys watch It's Always Sunny?
Oh yeah.
When they were making fun of TCAP, and
oh yeah,
he's like, I made cookies. Come on in.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd definitely say Emily is the best overall.
Yeah, I would say though that the worst they had one. I want to say that it was in Kentucky or it was Texas, but she was kind of a heavier set girl.
No.
Oh yeah, she was the girl from Murphy. Yeah, she was bad. She didn't know what to say when Sunset Liquid asked to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
But the worst one is by far the guy from Hanson versus Predator.
Oh yeah, there's no debate over that.
Yeah, that guy was terrible.
You can see the earpiece in his ear.
Well, did you guys see on the last live stream that we could like the takedown? Yeah. You could see the camera on top of the fridge.
Yeah,
you could see the GoPro. It's like, what's going on here? What happened? You know.
It's because that place was so empty. There was nowhere to hide it.
That's true. Yeah, they could have put a teddy bear up there with
something. Bag of chips.
I do think the female decoy from Hanson versus Predator is the second best.
Nervous Nelly.
Nervous Nelly. Yeah.
Definitely is.
I don't think her name is actually Nelly, but people just call her that.
Oh, she'll be called Nelly till the day she dies. Watch, because Lord knows that everyone. I mean, Emily and Danny and Casey, like everyone's gonna know who they are until they're dead. You know, so
probably. Yes, I did.
Where are they?
Out in the truck.
Well, what good are they going to do in the truck if we're in here?
Well.
Oh, yuck.
I didn't get a kiss yet.
Hold on.
Are you about to play? Yeah, that's
loop.
He sounds like Goofy too.
I never put this two and two together before. I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Yeah, that's what he looks like and sounds like. He sounds like the vulture from Looney Tunes, man. Oh no, 1943. What happened to good cartoons, man? What happened? They really don't make stuff like this anymore. That's for sure. What's even crazier, guys? I'm gonna go off on a little tangent. Dumbo, crows.
I think we've made it about a minute into the video after like an hour.
Hey, we're at 54 minutes. Here, we'll get it, guys. People. No,
you're fine. It's just
fun. We got to push this stream to 3 hours, baby.
Yeah. People honestly try and tell me that they think that these guys are racist. I don't get it. I love these guys. I am black. I love the crows from Dumbo, man. I'm sorry, but it never bothered me ever. That's just like Porky Pig and Foghorn Leghorn and all the Looney Tunes that have speech impediments. Guys, that's never ever bothered me ever. Like, do not cancel Porky Pig and Sylvester, okay? Leave them alone. They're funny. So, all right. I digress.
I haven't had a kiss yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then what did you want to do?
Look at that look on his face. God, don't you just want to hit him? Like many times? Like strike him about the head and face?
Can I get a kiss first?
I want a kiss first.
And then what?
Can I have a kiss first?
Well, let's talk first. We just got
Okay.
here.
Would you like me to go out on the truck and get myself?
No, it's all right.
No? You don't want your thing right now? Present I gave you?
Well, what is it?
Well, I can't tell you. That wouldn't be much of a present if I told you.
Well, you can go get it in a little bit or something, okay?
You're such an idiot. It would still be a present. It just wouldn't be a surprise.
Seriously.
A little bit.
A little bit, not as bad as what you thought you would be.
Not as bad, but I still am kind of nervous. I'd rather like talk a little bit first and then like so I'm more comfortable, you know?
That's like cool.
Oh, that's so cringe. Oh my god. He doesn't even know.
So dumb.
People just spell it that way online. They don't change the way they say it in person.
He's such a knucklehead, you guys. I can't stand him. I think okay, all right, panel. There are certain words that we didn't have before we had them. Like, how did we not have a word? So, for instance, hating, right? Hating is like the perfect word to sum up what hating is. What hating is, right? But back in the 80s, we didn't have a word for hating. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had dirty macking, but that's more of like a black person thing. But hating is a perfect word for what it is. Like, why are you hating, man? You know, like, and then people,
It's also like why you wildin'?
Yeah, wilding out, yeah, or like muffin top.
Oh, God.
Right before
Nice
we had the
transition
term muffin
there.
top, like, dude, how did we go this long without the term muffin top? Cringe. How back when Lauren was doing his thing, we didn't have the word. I guess cringy, right?
Well,
But
I mean,
not-
it was in the dictionary, but
yeah, but
nobody
like
used it.
cringe. He's so cringe. Like, wait, what's he say?
What is Allie
is-
talking about with the spoon?
Oh, yeah. You ever heard the term "gag me with a spoon"? Like,
No.
oh my god, like gag me with a spoon.
I have never heard that.
Catwag says ratchet. That's true. We didn't have it. Ratchet sums up like everything about just ratchet people in general.
Ratchet. If I'd use
I think
one
there were
word
some
to
other
describe Brooklyn, it would be ratchet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were some other words for that, just not very nice to say to people.
Yeah. Well, ratchet's not nice to say, but now it's so like universally used that it's not as bad as people think it is. So, okay. He said chicken head. That's so true. That is so true. Chicken head. Okay.
I'm really glad.
I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
Good.
So
This is getting hot. How come?
oh, because
This is
press
getting
the
hot.
red button.
He's
It's
burning
like
himself
here, too.
on the massager.
You gonna have a seat too?
I like to sit on the edge of chairs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
All right. How are you doing?
What's happening?
Not too much.
Guys,
Not too
sorry,
much?
I have to cut to the obligatory.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I hope this doesn't give us hold on.
Wait, are you the one that's edited that into all your
Yeah.
videos? I
Hope this
had
doesn't
no
give us a copy.
idea. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand that. Maybe because I've never seen that movie, but I don't understand what's going on. Can you please
Just, like,
explain?
frozen for the moment that the predator gets caught.
Okay, so you know how you see the predator come in, he's all cocksure like, hey, and then Chris Hansen's coming out, right? You know it. It's like, and even though you've seen it 1,000 times, there's that kind of feeling, and then it happens like, oh shit, So people call that the Cappening. Like TCAP,
Oh,
the Cappening,
okay.
and this is Highlander, the Quickening.
I had no
Right?
idea. Dude, I thought that was in all the videos that.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little artistic touch to your videos that makes them stand out.
Yeah, I had no idea that you were the one putting that in there every time.
Oh man, this never gets old too, man. Guys, this is the worst, best movie of all time. Is Highlander 1. This movie is crap, but it's so good though. Like it does what it's supposed to do so well. You know what I mean? It was just a victim with it was the 80s, so they didn't have the best technology, but just check it out because the concept is so cool. You know what I mean? But the acting, I don't know how they got Sean Connery to do it. I don't understand it. But this movie is so it's you know what? I'll say it. It's good. How about that?
Yeah, thanks for explaining. I had no idea why either.
Well, Janet, I'm super happy I'm not the only one.
But I still laughed every time because it is funny.
Oh, no, I did too. Partially because I had no clue what was going on.
It's like AJ's trademark.
So basically, Highlander is about, okay, if you haven't seen the movie, right? They're these people and they're immortal, right? So like you're born usually an orphan and you grow up and then you usually die like violently, right? And then you wake up and you're immortal, like you can't die, right? But the only way to die is for someone to chop your head off, another person that's immortal.
Yeah,
right?
that's usually pretty effective.
What I'm saying is like they hunt each other down because if you kill someone that's immortal, you steal their power, right?
Oh.
Okay. No, but you can't fight on holy ground. So any graveyards, Shaolin temples, churches, but they can sense each other, right? And they know they have to fight until there's a time called the Gathering, but there's only a few of them, and then they all fight it out to see who the last one is, and the last one left gets the prize.
That's really interesting.
It's really cool, dude. So they had the movie, which was good, and then the second one, don't. There was 3 films, 4 of them, and the other 3 were trash. But the first one's good, and then they had a TV series that was really good, and it's another guy, and he goes all through history, and he's fighting guys, and it's really, really, really cool. And then he has this. There's a female character in there who's like 900 years old, but she's a cat burglar. So every time that he runs into her throughout history, she's like trying to steal like the Mona Lisa, or like trying to steal the Scottish diamonds or whatever. It's pretty cool. So it's a great show. Anyways, I think that's the only supernatural characters, like fictional characters that actively hunt each other, which is like, I think the coolest thing about the whole thing. All right. I digress.
You Boston fan?
Yeah, actually, I don't even watch baseball.
This is arguably the worst thing
It's
about
Boston fan, yeah.
wearing a Red
Well, what
Sox
are you up
hat
to
and
tonight?
doesn't even watch baseball. Freaking bandwagon.
I know, man. I know.
You should be executed for that.
Seriously, try being a Seahawks fan from 2012 to 2000.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it. Do you have any idea what team my favorite team is?
Who's that?
I'm from Michigan, so
Okay. God, well, are there a lot of bandwagon Wolverine fans?
Well, I guess.
I mean, not like Penn State.
I'm actually a
or
Michigan
UCLA.
State fan.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, now we can't talk to you anymore, man.
Yeah.
I'm just playing, dude.
But no, I mean, yeah, over the last like 10, 15 years, yeah.
My favorite game-ending error was, and the ball is free. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that's. I watched that at least. I don't know, probably a few times a year, and it picks my spirits up.
That's the same as when the Seahawks. So we should have just given the ball to Marshawn Lynch, but no, they had to try and pass the ball. Nah, I can't watch that to this day, man. You know.
Yeah, I hate the Patriots.
He said that's funny that the play that he's the most famous for was the one that he wasn't even
a part of. Yep.
Hey, at least they totally destroyed Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that was great, man. That was great. And I thought Pete Carroll he would do his classic a run of the scoreboard, but he was like, no, third quarter, the quarter guys here, you son, you.
It was run
want
up.
to play in the Super Bowl? Yes, sir.
They're looking like geniuses for getting a king's ransom for Wilson, and then Geno didn't miss a beat.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Well, he's the Broncos' problem now, and that dude is trash.
Watched a YouTube video about like some of his film from this last year the other day, and he's so bad right
he's
now.
So bad. We're in sports now. I don't care, but cue the do music because he looks so terrible.
Yeah, Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Clown show.
And here's the thing about Russell Wilson, and I'm gonna get it down into some race and culture. I am black, right? But I'm not hood. I'm not urban. I'm not street, right? I'm from the suburbs. I grew up poor, but I grew up my formative years in the suburbs, right? So I'm not like, yeah, what up, son? You know what I'm saying? And if I tried to be, it would be corny, right? Russell Wilson, he didn't get the memo. Okay, Russell, dude, you are not a street dude. You are not Marshawn Lynch. You are not Cam Newton, and you're not Richard Sherman. Where Sherman had, he's a smart guy, but he still has that kind of itty bitty amount of street dude in him. Russell Wilson so much wants to be that street dude. It's just not him. It's just not. You know what I'm saying?
I do like that he's very upfront and open about his faith. I respect that.
I mean, I like how he goes to the children's hospital and all too, but like once he goes to
he also has a hot wife.
Yeah, but I don't want to get it. He only married her because
so do a lot of other people. That's not
and also too, he married her because he wanted that street cred. He really did. What is it, dude? Look. In the black area of we have our own theories about what Russell Wilson's problem is. But he should have never married Sierra. He should have never done it. Marrying Future's baby mama number 5. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Really? So I digress.
We can talk about sports another time.
Huh?
And then we can talk about sports another time.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, for the last several days, you've been up to a lot.
Look at him. Like with all those pages.
Great prop comedy there by Chris.
He said
that was a lot.
Like throwing him down the table. Well,
you're a pretty prolific chatter there. Want to explain yourself?
Not really. I never really was going to do anything.
You weren't really going to do anything.
No.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
I brought her a bracelet.
A bracelet. And her...
Not much of a surprise anymore either.
And she is how old?
Yeah, he brought an offering to Cawd.
Supposed to be 13.
Supposed to be 13. And how old are you?
Oopsie.
37.
37. You have kids?
Today. No.
Thank God.
Last thing we need is 1, 2, or 3 or whatever more Lauren Armstrongs running around.
I've got nieces though.
Nieces.
That I think the world of.
Yeah, you talk about your nieces in the chat here.
Isn't that sick? You know what I mean? Like,
He's fantasized about them.
Seriously. I mean, Yeah, Cartoon Blue, you are correct. That is true. Power move to assert dominance.
And you talk about how you like to spoil the nieces and how you would like to spoil this 13-year-old girl like you spoil your nieces.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Is this the way you spoil young women?
No.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Now, what's your name?
This is what I was afraid of.
What were you afraid of?
Stupid move.
What were you afraid of?
Just because she was a nice girl and
She was a nice girl. You still haven't told me your name, though.
it's Lauren.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, right, Lauren?
Lauren what?
Armstrong.
Armstrong. And where do you live, Lauren?
In Nashville now.
Nashville. What do you do in Nashville?
Wait, didn't he drive down from Maine though?
No, he
Not
lived
at that
in Maine
time.
once, and then
Okay.
moved to Tennessee. Then after TCAP, he moved back to Maine.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I work at a construction company.
And what do you build?
I just started there last week. Building a gym for a church.
A gym for a church.
Started scamming people with
Did
the
a good job.
construction
Yeah,
company.
yeah. He scammed that older lady and her
Yeah,
husband.
we haven't even gotten into the whole Durango mango thing, but that could be a stream in and of itself.
Yeah.
Now, besides all this chat here, and we'll go through that in a minute, you also sent a whole bunch of pictures.
Go on, Chris. Slide him on over.
Have to detach the page.
They didn't give him a staple remover, you guys.
Why would you think that's appropriate?
That wasn't in the budget.
So for you guys, sound off if you've been to Maine. I was just in Portland, Maine, last August. It's beautiful. Portland, Maine is great, man. It is a nice drive up there. You know, I stayed for about 5 days. It was fun, man. Portland, Maine is really, really, really cool. Lots of breweries and fun food and stuff to do. And even look, guys, I hate the outdoors. I hate hiking and camping, and I hate all of that, right? But even I was out hiking and all that stuff. So yeah, it was fun. Lots of fun.
No.
I did the same in Iceland too. Like that's how you know that it was a good trip. Like I said, I usually don't do
That's
any of
cool.
that while walking, hiking out in the woods type stuff. But it was fun. I recommend going to Iceland. It was so much fun.
It's not. Those are all your pictures, right? Is that all you do in your spare time?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You liar. Yes, it is.
There's a good chance that it is, actually.
You ever get in trouble like this before?
No, I've never done this before.
You've never done it before. Have you ever met anybody in person who you first met online in a chat room?
Liar.
No.
This is the first
Liar.
time. So
Yeah.
what made you all of a sudden for the first time get online, chat up a 13-year-old girl and drive up from Nashville to meet her for sex?
I didn't.
Lauren, you send her naked photos.
Lauren. He sounds like a principal talking to like the football player that's been hit in the head too many times. Oh man.
You have an explicit conversation and you bring condoms. What does that add up to?
I know.
At first, you seem like the good Samaritan, the protector. Don't tell me your last name. Don't ever tell anyone from the internet your last name, okay? Okay.
Wasn't that why can't I never remember his name? Talking online. I was
Corey
going
Ector.
fishing. Yeah, you remember his chat log? He's always so like possessive of the decoy. Like he's like, don't talk to anyone else online, and I want to know that you're not talking to anyone else. You know?
Yeah.
Because there are some real weirdos on here sometimes, and they might try to go looking for you. So don't ever tell them your last name, your address, your phone number, the town you live in, or the school you go to. You're one of those weirdos.
That's such a great line. I can't believe they didn't include that in the episode.
The way he said it to him. That was perfect.
Oh, Chris.
Like this thing only had 7 predators. Like they should have just
Yep.
aired this whole
Yeah,
thing.
just aired the same thing. But didn't they say that like there's a dog barking out there? Sorry, guys, you can hear that. He's chasing a squirrel or something. So, anyway, here we go.
So don't ever tell them your last name, your address, your phone number, the town you live in, or the school you.
Wait, wasn't the Yahoo server down or something these 2 days? There was a reason why. Why there was
That wasn't in this sting.
Okay.
It was just this was like a couple years after like the prior one, I think, and I don't know. I want to say
You're one of those weirdos.
Georgia, maybe, where the Yahoo servers went down because of a wildfire.
Oh yeah, that must have been the one. Yeah.
That was perfect timing.
I mean, was that some kind of a ruse to gain her trust?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So how did it go from, hey, be careful, don't give anybody your last name, to, hi, here's some naked pictures of myself and I'm coming over with condoms?
How is he saying this and keeping a straight face? Like that's how you know that Chris Hansen's a true blue professional, dude. I'd be
Master
laughing
orator.
so hard, man. Man.
You don't know. Well, you must know something. I mean, help me to understand this.
I don't know why.
You don't know.
I even did.
You don't know why you did it. Well, I think I know why you did it. You did it because you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
I don't think that.
No, well, what? Well, why don't you help me out?
Oh, Chris.
I mean, he doesn't even deny it. He just mumbles.
Chris, do you guys this? Oh, so King says the Fortson sting. That was Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Was the one that the wildfire happened that crashed the server. I think that's really, really strange when the guys are communicating via email, like JPW, like he had all those emails and not chat, you know?
Yeah, those are like the old school internet users doing that.
Why don't you tell me what it was then?
Because I wasted 5 years of my life on the internet talking to girls that gained my trust, and she seemed like somebody I could trust.
You could trust. So when you say you spent 5 years on the internet, what, getting taken advantage of by women? In what way?
One's Amanda James.
In every way.
For instance.
I was over in Washington State. That's when I started going on the internet.
When you lived in Washington State. You started going on the internet, and what happened?
I think in his chat log, I think he tells the decoy that he drove from Maine to Washington.
Yeah. That's
either he's lying in the chat log or he's lying here. I don't think he ever lived in Washington.
Here's the thing, guys, is, I say this in my videos a lot,
He probably didn't want to admit that he drove
Yeah.
fucking 48 hours.
Dude, everyone was it all's fair in love and war, right? There is no person that hasn't been flim flam, bamboozled, or had their heart broken in the whole dating realm. But that doesn't mean that it's okay to go and try and find 12 and 13-year-olds. I just don't know how these knuckleheads make that jump. You know what I'm saying?
I hate when they try to pretend like they're a victim of circumstances or something.
Like the Asian guy. Well, a lot of girls don't like Asian guys, and I'm short. What was his name? He brought the
Thomas Shin.
Oh man, see, check.
Dude, I don't know how you guys know so many of these names. It's ridiculous.
Well, like I said earlier, I've literally seen every episode hundreds of times.
I guess so.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
He makes weird noises throughout the interview.
He goes,
I forgot who it was, but somebody on YouTube made a song out of each time he like did the noise. They like did a song.
Oh my god.
Oh man. And it sucks because there's probably like a lot of Thomas Shins out there, man. And they're trying to
I also love how he's wearing a drug rug. Like he's the last man on earth that should be wearing a drug rug.
There's another guy that I did that Deepak guy. What's his name?
Jameson just pointed out he's another predator that had 007 at the end of his
Oh yeah, Shinster. Yeah.
Asian man.
Little Asian man. My friend's Korean and he's my size. He's 6'3". He's like 250. I'm like, dude, what? How did that happen? Like, what did your parents feed you, man? Hold on, I gotta see. Hold on, let me go here. How much time did he?
Hey, Allie, yeah, Lauren was in the military, but I think he got kicked out, if I'm not mistaken.
Sentenced to lifetime parole and RSO status. Man, wait, and he got caught where?
New Jersey.
Man, these northern states, man, the West Coast, they need to give these guys more time. I didn't read. I think it was Deepak who wrote some poetry in his chat log.
Yeah, I think that was him.
Like, look. I personally don't like poetry. I think that poetry is just song lyrics for people who can't sing. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. I mean, hey, look, learn how to sing, right? Because you can take most poetry and put a nice song to it and sing it, and maybe amazing lyrics. But so I'm not a big fan of poetry. But I can say that Deepak's poetry is trash. You know what, Josh? Here. You're the expert. Here, can you should do an analysis.
I've never read it. We'll have to do a stream about him at some point, and I'll do a live English major analysis of his poetry.
Oh man, that would be hilarious. Who was the other guy that seems like a serial deleter?
You're talking about Nathan Downhour?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I want to say Deepak Bist was also the one that had a pirate fetish. He talked about dressing up as pirates and stuff. It was one of the Indian guys.
I don't think it was Deepak's because I kind of dove into that. He had a long chat log. That knucklehead, man. He was the one who was like, well, the cop says, I don't have to be mean to you. He's like, so you have to be nice to me. It's like, you really aren't from America, are you, Deepak?
I haven't done much chat log reading. I just don't really have the stomach for it.
Well, I just kind of listen. I just skipped through all of this talk, man, because but all the rest was pretty funny, guys. I remember to drop a like on the stream if you're here, and then if you had to donate the Cash App at the bottom, you'll be able to do super chats and stuff once I hit 1,000 subs, and we're almost there, guys. So yeah,
Jameson. Sorry, I just read his comment.
Compared to Lauren's poetry.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up later.
Now you have your work cut out for you. A comparative
I don't know poetry either. I've never read his whole chat.
Yeah, I was going to
bring it up at some point, and I'll do some analysis.
I was going to bring it up later as part of the.
I bet it all starts out as.
I know about his book. I know about his book, obviously, about a young girl being taken abroad or whatever. But I didn't know he also had poetry.
That's terrible. What an idiot, man. Hold on. Let me get 1 second here. Okay. Let's get back into his royal lorendom here.
Her name was Amanda James, and she told me that her daughter was her niece.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, though. Wonder the chat log's pretty bad, man. Sorry, I found part of it because I don't think that I could find it when I first did my video, but I found parts of it, and I'm like, no, I can't listen to the whole dog stuff. Not happening.
If you read Ethan Downhour's chat log, you'll see that he is like the biggest virgin ever on the face of the
He's another one of those guys that brought like multiple boxes of condoms with him too. Like these guys just don't have any like idea about sex. Their whole concept of sex is based on porn, and that's not what sex in real life is like.
His is based on
guys, everyone.
Sorry, I said the P word.
Yeah, say corn and not the P word. Okay. Yeah, because that'll get us taken down because YouTube is stupid. So, but yeah, that's just the thing, you guys. This is really when corn went like big time internet, right? Like this is when a lot of the internet studios and all the corn stars were getting their own websites, and streaming was actually like a big thing, like cam girls and everything. So that's why if you look at what they asked the decoys to do, or like what they want done to them, it's all the same stuff. Because I honestly, like, it's indicative of the adult film industry at the time. You know what I mean?
Well, when the internet first became big in the late 90s, I mean, corn definitely wasn't as accessible as it was. Definitely not now, but even in 2005.
Yeah. But I mean, I always say that the internet, the first thing they put on the internet was the launch codes to send to the White House. And the second thing was corn. And they're gonna
probably true.
But there weren't these sites that had like, thousands and thousands of videos for free.
Yeah. You'd see people trying to sneak out of the truck stop store with the big old boxes stuffed under their coats. Oh man.
Yeah, she was watching her niece. Well, she was actually had custody of her niece.
And then?
Three years later, I moved back to Maine just to be close to her because she lived in Pennsylvania. And I didn't date anyone. I didn't see anyone because of her.
All right. So what happened?
All because it's someone else's fault.
I got back to Maine and I was talking to her on the phone, and she, my sister wanted to say hi to her, and
Wiley Watts said that.
I don't know if this is a thing anywhere else, but in New York City, like you could go to like a McDonald's or something, and there'll be like people that'll come up to you like pulling bootleg DVDs out of their jacket, asking if you want some. Like,
that's a New York thing, man.
Yeah.
I have to say, the only thing comparable is if you're in Vegas and they go, hey, and they have like the strip joint or the adult service stuff, or if you're in Amsterdam where they're literally handing you an advertisement for a brothel or an adult show, so.
Kristen had been on the internet for a couple of years, and she was able to read people pretty good.
And what happened?
And she got on the phone with her, and she after she got off the phone, she was only on the phone with her for about 2 minutes.
Allie, there's a club in Amsterdam called the Inner City.
Yeah, aren't like all drugs basically legal there?
Just about.
The Amsterdam Club.
Must be paradise.
Hold on. Amsterdam's most legendary clubs. Okay, here we go. Oh, did it shut down? I don't think it's there anymore. Hold on. My friend went. Okay, there's a Roxy. So let me see if the Inner City's around still. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Where was it? These are all clubs in Amsterdam. Where's it? Well, there's a club called the Inner City, I believe. And my friend went there in 2000, I want to say 2005. And you basically play, you pay like 80 or like 90 euros or whatever. And then you go in and there's just like, there's like every single drug like under the, at the Inner City. Yeah. And like you could stay for as long as you want, just do anything you want.
To Miley Watt, I'm a
said,
massive consumer of shrooms. If you can't tell by the way I talk.
My friend said that he was there Friday. He came out. It was like late Sunday, like Monday morning, basically. He was like, "What the?" And then he met David Bowie at the club.
My god, that's so awesome!
Yeah, so David Bowie, he used to call himself the Thin White Duke, right? And he would do remixes of the songs, and then he would DJ under that name. And the Thin White Duke was DJing at this club, and he looked at, and my friend is like tore up. You know what I'm saying? And he looks up. Yeah, here we go. The Thin White Duke was the persona and character of English. Yeah, so he would do stuff under the Thin White Duke, right? Just periodically. And he looks up and he's like, "Dude, are you David Bowie?"
He's pretty recognizable.
And he was like, "Yes." He's like, "Oh snap, you're David Bowie."
I think my favorite random fact about David Bowie is that he once said that in the 70s he was a closet heterosexual because so much of his image was based on his androgyny.
Yeah, and it's funny that how case by case people are about that, because you look at so the 80s, you know, the whole Rick James, David Chappelle, Prince story. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the best.
Dude, everyone knew Prince.
I'm a massive Prince fan. I've seen him live.
Prince would just like smash all the chicks, and he was androgynous too, man. But man,
Prince was the biggest sex symbol of the 80s as far as males go, I think.
Yeah, and it's funny because that was an interesting thing about that was still at the time like mainstream black musicians couldn't be sex symbols to a certain point. That's why, and especially darker skinned ones. That's why when Seal got big, like it was so strange to see him in that kind of a
kiss from a rose on the grave.
When he had hair back in the day.
Well, Seal was always attractive because he had that scar that gave him that rugged look.
Yeah, well, those are those tribal scars on his cheeks. Yeah.
Minutes, and she got off the phone with her and told me that she wasn't real.
Why doesn't Lauren speak English?
She wasn't real.
She told me she was lying to me, and she'd been lying to me all along.
Did you ever meet this woman?
We need to ask Luna to translate. I think out of all the languages that she speaks, that she might need to learn Lauren language too.
Did you send her money?
Sent her money.
Of course he did.
All kinds of Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. things. She was Dale.
The race car driver.
Like,
Wait, so really quick, was
like sloth.
she actually a woman, or was this just a man that was a fan of NASCAR?
I don't think that it's known. I don't think the real identity of this person is known because he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, because you got taken advantage by a couple of women on the internet, you thought it was okay to take advantage of a 13-year-old girl on the internet.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. I'm very happy that you talked to me before talking to anyone else, though. This way, you'll be safe.
That's what I meant too. I don't know how.
You don't know how what?
I don't know how let it lead to this.
Well, here, let me take you down the road. This is how it went. You started with this, and then it goes to. So this is as thick as a telephone book, by the way. This chat.
Oh, we lost Janet. It's all good, Janet. No worries.
You started chatting with her when? Last month? So you've been chatting with this young woman for a month. And so it starts with you being the protective older brother type. And we flip through dozens and dozens of pages here. And ultimately, it builds into a very sexually explicit conversation.
Oops.
Right? I wish I were sticking it in you right now.
Face palm.
You tell her to delete her archives after we stop talking again, okay?
Is it 400 pages? Man, that's crazy.
Why did you want her to delete her archives?
Yeah, it is. It's like 400 pages. Yeah.
I didn't want to get in trouble.
I didn't want her to get in trouble by her parents.
Josh, did you see the last view? I think it was the last one where Zeph was doing his impression.
No, I missed the stream.
Dang! Oh, jeez.
I heard that. Yeah.
Really? Lick me?
Oh man, that was hilarious. Oh dang! And he was laughing so hard when he was doing it. It was hilarious. Oh man. Look at that big old clip at the top. Here's a big old binder clip, man.
I mean, this goes on and on and on. Do you think naughty thoughts about me before you go to sleep? You talk about getting married to her. Getting married. She's 13. Huh?
When she was 18.
Whoa. What do you mean she was 18?
So I meant when she was 18.
Oh, you were going to marry her when she turned 18.
I wish Chris
just
would
gonna
have
have sex
gotten
with her from the age
into
of 13
Mr.
to-
Penis and Miss Vagina in this.
It's so funny. Yeah, there's no way that these knuckleheads could have ever thought that they would be like, just, you know what, even then? The term a meme, like, yes, meme has always been around, but like that term is so like it's so perfect for what we use it for, you know? You could fall in love with a corn cob if it gave him attention. Oh man, yeah. I do think that he's like, oh man, this wasn't real. Dang it.
To 18 now. Are you excited about me or my penis?
Oh, maybe he does say
Did you
it.
bring anything else with you tonight?
I can't remember. I haven't watched this in a while.
Like what?
Like
You like what? You know what he's talking about.
anything?
Nope.
Food, alcohol,
Nope.
So just the bracelet and the condoms. Nothing else. What do you think ought to happen to you? Oh, here's a good one.
This might be it, actually.
It's that. Oh, here's a good one.
Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
Yes!
What is she thinking?
Got a little too excited there, Jack.
I haven't watched this in like years, and I don't remember him saying this part.
I forgot all about that.
It's just like,
oh man,
that's like Lauren.
Man.
That's Lauren in a nutshell. Like using that.
What, Mr. Penis? What were you saying, Jonathan?
It's such an infantile analogy.
Yeah, what an idiot. What's creepy too is like, it's like he's trying to have like he's trying to have like a child's analogy so that a child can understand. That's creepy, you know?
Can we get an instant replay on that?
Of course.
Oh, here's a good one. Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis? What is she thinking?
Look at
What's up with that?
Look at that.
What do you think ought to happen to you?
I think I should
Tell
go
me
to
out.
counseling to get off the internet.
I think I should go to counseling to get off the internet.
You should go.
What do you say? Well, the one army guy kicking the ass, you know, tell me that I'll do better next time, you know?
Go to counseling and get off the internet. Did you ever say to yourself, hey man, I got a problem here?
No, because I never thought I did.
You never thought you did.
Of course you didn't, you piece of trash.
Does this incident make you think that perhaps you have a problem? What are you going to do about it?
I got to do something that I can't do that. Oh my God.
Well, do you ever watch television much? You ever watch a program called Dateline NBC? Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on Now, you're free to walk out of this house right now. But if there's anything else you want to watch television much?
Love it.
You ever watch a program called Dateline
Let's
NBC?
watch it again.
Well, there's something I got to tell
Chris
you.
gets out of the shot.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on Now, you're free to walk out of this house right now. But if there's anything else you want to say,
That is the moment that created the TCAP online community right there.
Oh man, what a knucklehead. Hey, get down! Get down!
Sheriff's office, down! Get down!
On the ground!
That was loud.
Put your hands on your back.
Oh man.
You ready?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That, my friends, was Lauren's encounter with Chris Hansen. And you guys had said that he released this footage to somehow think that it would like validate himself or whatever, or what?
Yeah, I don't really understand what the logic was. I don't know how he thought it would make him look any better, but because I guess he obtained this through his lawsuits, his failed lawsuits against NBC.
Okay, so who wants to share first their piece of Lauren lore?
Well, I talked about mine earlier. Mine was the Amanda James thing, but I mean, there's so much you could go over.
Steven?
Okay. let me bring this up. So Lorne, eventually, I'm not sure exactly when this was, but at some point, I think not too long ago, he fell for one of those like I don't know what it was exactly, but it was a scam of some kind. And I'm sorry, my son is right by me right now.
No worries.
And he took out a $6,000 loan to send to scammers.
Oops.
And he even wrote them a love poem. It was something about how the quote unquote mayor of Italy needed money to buy property in Maine. So he sent them a bunch of money.
Where did you find this?
What? Like, hold on.
I have never heard about this.
Hold on. Scam.
Where'd you find this, Steven?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, let me go in here.
It took some time to get this.
Wait. All right, hold on. Damn.
Cartoon Blue in the first Lorne stream we did, we reviewed his weak coffee video.
Yeah. You know what? I did think that, like, I did see that he made a video about his shirt. Like, that had to be violating his parole. Like, posting videos and communicating or anything to do with the case.
Oh yeah. He was knowingly violating his parole the entire time. Which I think he went back to jail for at some point, I'm pretty sure.
Here it is. So hold on. I said Lorne fell for one of those Nigerian scams, and apparently it took out a $6,000 loan to send the scammers, and even wrote a love poem. There's no limit to his stupidity. He thinks Facebook is the whole internet, and that he's being watched 24/7 on the website, like he's the guy from the Truman Show.
He kind of is, actually.
Man.
He kind of is, or he was for a few years there.
Man, look at all the catfishes in order. Wow.
We should listen to his phone call.
Hold on, guys. Well, here I want to.
Oh yeah. Pull up that video on that thread. That's the poem that he sent them.
Hold on. Wait, let me go back. This one right here.
It took some time to get this loan through, with the hassle along the way and the things we had to do. It was a complete pain in the ass. For this, there is no doubt. I stressed so much along the way, I want to pull my hair out. But you remain committed and helped me calm my fears. For this, I will do business with the company again in only a couple of years.
Oh
if
my
higher-ups
God.
pay attention to this letter, they will see this customer is true. For the reason they will keep me as a customer is because of the dedication from you.
I mean, I could barely understand what that guy was saying, but there were absolutely none of the critical elements of syntax.
So
any literary devices in that.
I want to pull up. I just want to share this because do you remember?
They all share a brain cell, and Lorne is never allowed to use it.
Oh man, I think Allie and Jameson are both the one-liners, man. Jameson has the best one-liners. Dude just pops into the Discord, drops some thunder, and just leaves and just disappears after that. All right. So, do you remember David Schumacher? Keeps had those videos where he was trying to like, oh, all my haters and blah blah blah, right? Remember that, you guys?
Yeah.
So I was watching some of the ones where like Lauren was like, "Oh, you guys don't know shit." So hold on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I'm making this short video to let everybody know.
Huh?
He literally starts every video with "Hello, everyone."
That after talking to a couple people, I've decided to go ahead and tell everyone about about my past before the sting, or about some of my past before the sting. But I'm not going to do it today, obviously, because I want to wait until my voice is 100%. Right now, as you can tell, it's still not. I'm still fighting that cold.
Dude, we still can't. Even when you don't have a cold, it's hard to understand what you're saying.
And, I'm almost over it, but I still want to wait until my voice is 100% before I do a video on that. Also, I have a message for those of you that think you're being all intelligent and trying to get me kicked off the internet.
Guys. Oh, wait. He's gonna drop some knowledge on us, guys. Because all the people that think that they're smart. Oh no. Lauren is just too smart for that, right?
Really don't understand how you think that's going to be possible, considering I have a monitor on my computer, and they know every place that I go to, and that's what a monitor is for. So for those of you that are not intelligent enough to figure that out, don't bother trying to get me kicked off the internet. You can't do it. And for those of you that are trying to make up stories like this, Marx Gunderson, you're really not intelligent.
What's Marx Gunderson?
I think he's just like referring to some comments someone made on one of his videos.
They're trying to make up names and stories about me or whatever you're doing. But nice try there, Marks. I don't know anybody by the name of Charlie, so
okay,
you can forget that one. It's quite obvious that some of you are that are doing all this weird crap. It's obvious that you're not very intelligent.
We're the ones doing the weird crap here,
and he's just the barometer for intelligence.
And I guess that's all I'm going to say. I actually have a lot more to say, but there's a lot of you on here that aren't even worth saying anything about or to. So
yeah, he says everyone's playing 3D chess while Lauren thinks that's Kayla's bra size.
That's funny. I'm actually playing chess with my son right now.
Oh man, hilarious.
Whatever attempt you're trying to do, you're failing, and just thought I'd give you a heads up on that. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you.
The one thing that like a lot of YouTubers, especially Lauren, is just too stupid to understand. Look, he's reading chapters from his book in this one. The guy is like, you never, even if he is getting trolled, you never respond to the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Hold on. Where was the other?
He has no self-awareness. That's the problem.
Where was the Here it is.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I had to remake this video for a certain reason. What I was saying, what I was saying before was, this is for all the know-it-alls that think they already know everything about everything that happened in this thing that I was in. They when they did the interview with me,
Role-playing chat room, guys. Role-playing chat room.
in the interrogation room. See, this is about the search of my truck. Search of my truck. They already did the search of my truck at the Sting House without my consent. Then they brought me to the interrogation room because they searched my truck while they were bringing me at the interrogation room at the sheriff's department. So I wasn't even aware that they were doing the search of my truck.
He could have a point about that.
Yeah, that's true.
After the interrogating, they had driven my truck. They weren't supposed to be driving my truck. They were supposed to have a record take my truck to the sheriff's station.
It's not like
they drove
that's
my
not
truck
something
to
that
the
is going
sheriff's
to get
station.
the charges dropped or anything. Like, yeah, it was out of protocol, but that's not going to nullify the charges.
Or that just means that any of the evidence found in the search of his truck would be inadmissible, you know?
Yeah.
I watch Law and Order, man. I know what I'm talking
about. Then they after they get an interrogation.
And I have to give my obligatory speech, unless you want to do it, Josh and Steve. You guys
don't ever talk to the cops.
Yep. The police are not your friends, guys. And
you're not gonna outsmart them, and they're trained in psychology of like manipulating people. And one of my best friends is a public defender here in Brooklyn, and he tells me if you even get pulled over for, a minor traffic thing, call me before you even talking to them.
Yeah, seriously. And the thing is, guys, I'm not anti-cop. I'm pro-good cop, but an anti-bad cop. But the police are not your friends.
They're trying to meet the quota.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They don't care how they get cases solved. It was 80 to 90% of all cases are pled out. So they're just trying to get you in there, get something on you, and lock you up in jail, and then pressure you to plead out to something. They get credit for that. So there's plenty of people out there that are completely innocent, right? And I'm not talking about not guilty. I'm talking about innocent. That's two different things, right? They're innocent, and because they're like, well, that if you roll the dice and you end up going on the trial, you could get insert ungodly amount of time. So just plead to something you didn't do, and we'll give you time served.
I would say avoid calling the police for anything in general. Like my friend that's a public defender tells me, like, a good portion of the time, the person that calls the police, the perceived victim, ends up getting some charge thrown their way too.
Well, I don't know. I've been
like, unless your life is on the line, don't involve the government in your problems.
I've been in some pretty rough situations, and then I've been in a situation where a neighbor of mine who was a woman was like what was like, okay. Like the way that it was escalating, like either the cops had to get, it was bad. So it was like, call the cops, because as a guy in our society, okay, if my neighbor would have been a guy harassing me the way that he did, like, we could have settled it differently, because men can punch each other in the face, right? Like, for instance, Josh and Steve and I were all cool, but there's a point of disrespect that we can get to as men where we're gonna fight, right? This is how it works. But that doesn't work that way in our society with women, right? Because men don't hit. That it's not cool to do that. So some women know that they can do that, and so that they can just do anything that they want and get away with it. So you have to get the authorities involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like that was the only way to make it stop, is to call the cops and be like, look, this woman is absolutely out of her mind, and
I can't even get to the point in a relationship where a woman does that to me.
Hey,
so
you better no, but this was my neighbor. This wasn't anyone that was in my personal life. This was someone that was a person that was nuts. That was a woman that couldn't. Yeah, it's a long story. Maybe I'll just tell.
There's a great Dr. Phil episode about feuding neighbors that I think you would like after hearing that.
Oh man, but yeah, and I know a couple of guys where they're at a person's house or that happen to be female, and it's like she won't let me leave, blah blah blah. And what can you do except call the cops? So, but hey, the way things are going in Austin, Seattle, Portland, LA, they don't have enough cops anyways. If you see, I think it was Austin said that a lady and her family got hit by a drunk driver in Austin, and it took so long for the cops to get there. The guy sobered up and walked away because there's no police in Austin at all. So I guess the problem solving itself, right?
They brought me out to my truck, and they did this pretend search all over again. The search that they had already done, they did all over again.
Thanks, Allie. So I used to have my sister do it for me because she's like 6 foot tall. So and she's my older sister too. So any girls that ever act up in the neighborhood, she would just come out, and then all the other girls would run. So it was awesome.
With the camera crew there on my truck, on the search of my truck, and they had me standing over next to the sheriff that arrested me with another camera crew right there. And when I was standing next to the sheriff, and the camera crew come over, and he started getting in my face, so I got behind the sheriff. And the camera crew directed the sheriff to stand me next to him. So it's like the sheriff was standing here, and I was standing here, and this camera crew was right here in front of me, getting in my face. And what they were doing was trying to make me react to them being assholes. So, and I was
guys, okay, now it's all clear now. Okay,
they didn't even use any of that footage in the episode.
Moving my head every which way, like this, and every way I possibly could, with my hands behind my back, trying to get away from them. Even going to the point where I went down just like this, my head between my legs, and the camera guy come right around the back of my legs with the camera right on my legs.
That was no one ever saw that footage, Lauren.
That's when they stopped.
They stopped
filming me so hard. I stood back up, and I just resolved to give in. Just stand there, let them film me. Because what they were trying to do is they wanted to get a reaction out of me so that they could put it on the show. Because they wanted something good to put on the show.
All right, Miley Watts, Allie, Jameson, Cartoon Blue, Liverpool Cat Lady. Everyone, get your violins out. Get your violins out for Lauren, you guys.
So if I would have given them a reaction, they would have ended up with everything else that would have happened. So you never would.
What's that?
I have to interrupt with some breaking news. The grand jury in New York City just indicted Donald Trump.
No way, really? That's crazy. So wow.
They're gonna perp walk him through the streets, and it's gonna guarantee him the 2024 election because they're gonna turn him into a martyr. So some Manhattan DA can be a big shot.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
Result in any real punishment.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to get political because I.
Oh yeah. No, that just popped up in my phone, and I figured people might want to hear that.
They better hope that these charges stick, and they probably won't. Because if they don't, what do you say? What did Obi-Wan say? If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can imagine.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's the perfect analogy.
This is gonna embolden his fan base so much if he gets out of this, man.
He wants to be perp walk through Manhattan. He wants to. All right,
Thanks, Cartoon Blue. Well, like I said, you know, sort of politics, but not. I honestly think that the mainstream news, SNL, or whatever, I really think that they honestly missed Trump because it was so much easy material. There's so much easy coverage and easy material.
Also,
think about it. You know what I mean?
My public defender friend, his wife works at the courthouse where he has to go.
What? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, my friend worked at the for the state agency that handled Mary Kay Letourneau's case, and she actually worked on that case back in the day.
Would have seen that either. The only thing you would have seen would be me reacting and them putting me on the ground because the camera crew would be aggravating me. It was all a setup. It was all a show.
Okay.
So I'm sorry for all you know-it-all people that think you know everything about everything that has to do with that show.
How is someone this unaware of everything? Like, I don't understand. Oh, there is one more that I want to show you guys. Hold on. Where is it? It was another one about. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Now, every time you say that, I can't watch this without laughing.
I'm making this video because I told everyone that I would find places where I said no in the conversation. And I found the first place, but I haven't read through the conversation since I was in jail.
Probably longer than any book Warren has ever read. I think that's a safe assumption.
Seriously. And also, too, like, he said, I haven't found enough ways to try and dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge this and do some gymnastics this, and to me actually saying no.
The first prison that I was in. And after I found the first place where I was saying no, I couldn't go any further because I was disgusted by the conversation. So don't anybody think that I don't know what I did wrong, because I do. I'm very ashamed of the way I talked and the things I did. And for those of you that wonder what I was fighting for, I was fighting because I didn't have a lawyer that fought for me. And
he chose to represent himself.
Not that I didn't think that I
dumbest
should.
Thing you could ever do.
Did he? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Here. What is it? Say the man who chooses to represent himself has a lawyer for a client.
I think he might have had a lawyer at the beginning and then dismissed him.
Say the man that chooses to represent himself has a lawyer for a client.
Should not have spent time incarcerated for what I did. My sentence was not what it should have been. And I was fighting for all the legal aspects of the way things happened and should not have happened. For one, NBC never should have been there. The media, it's illegal for the media to be there.
Okay. And who told you that, Lauren?
Period. And
have you guys seen that? They have the footage from the court cases of some of these dudes now. Did you know that?
No, I missed that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that. All I'm going to say is I've served my time, and I am no longer going to discuss anything about my case. I am going to concentrate on my music and the show.
I loved her first.
And that's it.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
I bet that didn't last long.
I think he has a
For
video
all you that want to talk
him
about
singing
Kate.
the entire "I Loved Her First" song.
I think it's so it might be the Hanson versus Predator guys, but you can see their court footage. Oh man, court footage. Let me see. Yeah, I remember seeing it because like they have Jeff Sokol's day in court. I think that it's just the actual notes.
Go ahead, but if you ask me any questions, I'm not going to answer them because you guys can't handle the answers when I give them to you anyway.
What?
And you think that I'm right about everything?
You do.
It has to do with it. I'm not right about everything. I'm not right about what I did. I was not in my right frame of mind back then. I had a lot of things that happened to me. I was messed up. And even in the conversation, I said I was confused. But none of it justifies what I did. And what I
He like
I know
has
what I
these
did
weird
wrong,
moments
and I'm
of clarity, but he's just too dumb to actually permanently internalize it and understand what he needs to do.
And the thing is I really think that even when he's reading the chat logs to the decoy, it's like he's only doing things because he like is trying to get in good with someone, or he thinks that there's going to be a payoff at the end,
Right?
But he's never ever like sat and said, "Look, like I screwed up, I'm gonna try and be."
It's
better.
always a yeah, but with him.
Yeah, that's true.
by the conversation. That's why I couldn't read any further than what I read. But it's been. I haven't read it since. It's been almost 8 years now since I've read it, and I couldn't read any of it any further than what I went, because it was just too disgusting and just bad memories forming. And I'm moving past it. And for all of you that want to stay stuck on it, go ahead, but don't bother asking me any questions. And anybody that has any ignorant things to say, if you piss me off by saying them in the comment section, I'm just going to put you on ignore, because I really don't care to go in there and read stupid shit.
We shouldn't have wrote stupid shit then, Lauren.
So, and there's quite a few other people that don't care to read it either. Or actually,
who are those people?
Shouldn't cuss. Shouldn't say the S word. Said.
To respond to Janet here, he actually sold the clothes that he wore on the Sting to a member of the TCAP community for an undisclosed amount about 6 or 7 years ago, and the clothes ultimately got burned. The guy he sold them to, I believe, was named Ethan Griswold. He still has a YouTube account, but all of his stuff has been deleted.
Wow.
Stupid crap there. I guess that's about it for this video. For those of you that want to poke fun at why I hesitate when I talk, you don't like it, it's pretty simple. Don't listen to it. And I mean, obviously there's something about it that you must like, because you're listening to it over and over and over again. And if you don't like the way somebody talks, don't listen to it. It's pretty basic, I think. Well, except for those of you that are thick-headed. And if you don't like what I'm saying right now, oh well, get over it. And I guess that's about all I have to say for now.
Sassy.
To all of you that are supporting me,
who are the what? Who's supporting him?
I really appreciate it, and I will continue to do the best that I can.
Yeah, he just wasn't self-aware enough to realize that any support posts were sarcastic.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh wait, here's the.
Hello, everyone. I told everybody that I would tell them about my past.
Look at this. Look at this first comment, right?
I can't read it. It's too small.
Gonna say, knowing Lauren, he currently has no pants on. Just got done screaming at his fake girlfriend for like 9 hours after this video. He's gonna quote unquote drink a couple, meaning 17 beers, and then go drive to Tony and Wendy's place so they can take advantage of him. Lauren is like a character in a deranged video game.
I'll tell you all about my past. I've decided that I'm not going to tell you all about my past. I will give you an example of the 5 years before I got incarcerated, or before I got involved in this thing. I realize I do not need to tell anybody. I really don't owe anybody an explanation.
And yet you're gonna try and give one, you knucklehead.
All right. This example is one of the things that had happened to me that made it so I couldn't. Well, that was part of why I couldn't think straight.
What?
One of my siblings. Well, see, I idolized some of my siblings, and
this is his whole rant
some others
about
also.
how he did like.
And I never should have done that. I
Instruction
certainly
for his
don't
siblings,
don't
and all
idolize
he
them now.
asked for was macaroni and cheese, and they didn't give it to him.
That's right. Hold on.
But this example is probably one of the most disgusting to me. One of my siblings needed some work done on the house, and so I had a septic business at the time, and I was making good money, and so I took my crew up to their house, up to my sibling's house, and did $700 worth of work on their house, and including paying the crew and all that. And I told them it was a Christmas present, and if they want to give me a Christmas present back, then they can give me make me some macaroni and cheese.
The way he twines this around to being a justification for what he did is one of the most brain dead things you will.
I forgot about this.
This guy is such a dunderhead, man. I can't get over it.
There's some homemade macaroni and cheese that they made. And I did the same for another sibling. Went up to their house and I did $700 worth of work, including paying for my crew and even using some of the materials that I had and all that. And I told them if they wanted to, the same thing, that it was a Christmas present. If they want to give me a Christmas present back, they can make me some deviled eggs.
What?
And
is he serious?
Then
yeah,
another sibling.
This is why he did what he did, man.
Janet said Velveeta or Kraft. Oh man, did you see the video of the guy that only ate mac and cheese for like? Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's that from My Strange Addiction.
Well, no, that's Vice magazine. I can't do that, or we'll get kicked off the internet. But yeah, there's this guy only ate mac and cheese for like 17 years, and there was another girl who ate nothing but nuggets. She only ate chicken nuggets and then she had to go to the hospital because she was sick, obviously. But she ate nothing but chicken nuggets, and her parents were like, "That's the only thing she would eat. That's the only thing she would eat." So for decades, that's all she ate.
Thing I gave $425 to for heating oil, and told them that if they want to give me it was a Christmas present. If they want to give me a Christmas present back, they can make me some of their homemade meatballs. And I never saw the meatballs. I never saw the deviled eggs, and I never saw the macaroni and cheese until the following year. My sibling came down with a pot of macaroni and cheese.
So I tried to assault a 13-year-old girl.
Asked me to borrow $500 so they could get Christmas presents for the kids. So I gave them $500 so that way the kids could get Christmas presents. And I told her, the same thing. Just make me another thing of macaroni and cheese. And to this day, I've never seen the macaroni and cheese. And I told them, don't make it take a year.
And then, my friend, you died. And then, my friend, you died. Tell me if you remember what that's from.
Because I still haven't gotten it, so it's been way over a year. Whatever. I don't want the macaroni and cheese now anyway. But that there was an example.
I just want to go to the beach.
Of how I was treated for 5 years by people I idolized and loved and I still love them because they're my siblings, but I will never let them get close to me again. And
maybe they would have talked you out of going to see a 13-year-old, you knucklehead.
And I certainly will never do anything for them in that manner. But that there is an example of 5 years worth of treatment.
Can you just see how when he speaks, his brain, the amount of physical exertion that his mind is going through to string sentences together on the most basic level,
Same type of treatment. And it was being the youngest in the family. It hurt me quite a bit, and that's why Betty's job went the way it did.
So now he's trying to justify
and that's why
Betty out of 20
grand, right? Yeah, it was $20,000, right?
And the TCAP community ultimately raised that money back for her by releasing the phone calls he did with the catfishes and charging for. Well, they didn't charge. I think they just asked for a donation.
Yeah, I saw that. And, I actually saw it sucks when it's both ways, when you have a contractor who's supposed to do stuff and they screw you over, or the contractor does stuff and the person won't pay him. There was a video, this lady wouldn't pay this guy. He completely redid her bad bathroom, and she was being this Karen. So he just said, you know what? He grabbed a hammer and just started smashing everything. You know what? Fine.
That's
he's like this. He's like, you haven't paid for it, so all the stuff is mine. So you know what? I don't want it anymore. He smashed all the tiles. He broke the toilet, broke the bath. Here, it's all yours.
Sold my house for $8,000 after I had over $60,000 into it, and
that's
gave away
why would you do that?
And packed up the rest of my stuff and left. And
because you scammed somebody and you had to get out of Dodge.
Because I couldn't take it anymore. I just had to get away from being used like I was.
Okay.
And that right there led up to the reason why I couldn't think straight when I was.
Hey, Jackie, welcome to the live stream.
When I got involved with the sting. So, but that there is all I'm going to say about it. For those of you that want to know when the next show is going to be, it will be next weekend.
Okay, Josh, I just feel so enlightened now.
Oh God,
my whole existence. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Hello, everyone.
Find the video where he sings "I Loved Her" first.
Hold on. Let's go back. And then there is footage of predators getting beat up in the courtrooms. That's always great too. Hold on. It's not this one, is it? The one Love Remains? No. All these songs. Well, what about this one? This is what he wrote. Oh, look, he wrote, and I'm proud to be an American.
Oh gosh.
Help,
the song that got the Patriot Act passed.
Help pour out the rain. All right, hold on.
He must have a video of it. I know I've seen it. I haven't watched any of his channel basically since it came out.
She moved on? That isn't it, is it?
Just search "I Loved Her First," Lorne. It'll come up. Yeah, it's that first one.
Look at the two of you dancing that way.
Lost in the moment, each other's face.
No worries, Steve. It's all good. Thanks for calling in. Anthony Palumbo's here just in time for the singing.
Lost in the moment, in each other's face. So much in love, you're alone in this place. Like there's nobody else in the world. I was enough for her not long ago. I was her number one. She told me so. And she still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you
Oh my goodness.
You hold my girl.
If anybody missed the beginning of the stream, I sing the chorus.
Everything.
Yep, yeah. Josh did the business, man.
Life must go on, and I'm not gonna stand in your way. I loved her first, I held her first, and the place in my heart will always be her.
James said this is gonna copyright. Like, you understand what the hell he's saying?
I mean, you know, the really super creepy thing about this is he sings this to her on the phone call, but the song is about a father and a daughter.
From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd
His teeth look all weird.
Find you someday. But it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first. How could that?
He has to stop and reset.
Gotta compose himself.
He said, "Woo, man."
That beautiful woman with you be the same freckle-faced kid that I knew, the one that I read all those fairy tales to. And Tug.
Well, Jameson, I can tell you my favorite country singer is Marty Robbins, man. He's the man, dude. If you ever heard any of Marty Robbins songs,
that's
dude,
something Lauren says on the phone call.
What's that?
That's something Lauren says on the phone call, like with that Beatles line I fooled you with earlier.
No, but like he's my favorite country singer, man. Yeah. I don't like a lot of country music, but yeah.
Lauren is mine.
Into bed all those nights. And I knew the first time I saw you with her, it was only a matter of time. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the...
Dude, rarely ever am I speechless. Like, I talk a lot.
I mean, you just really have to take
but what do you do? Like, what exactly? There's like nothing to say to this. Allie, you are correct. Like, yeah, this song is creepy, honestly. You know what? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I went to a wedding and this was the father-daughter dance song.
All right. What is that called? What is it called? That creepy thing where those where like the little girls get spiritually married to their dads or whatever. It's like a purity thing. Josh, you know what I don't know anything about talking about? It's really, really creepy. It's like a there's some denomination of Baptist churches who do it. Man, chastity wedding. Purity balls. That's it. I hope I don't get yeeted for this. Guys, please, everyone drop ones in the... If you've ever heard of this,
I've never heard of this.
Let me see. Let me see if there's one that's not a mainstream news purity.
I'm Meridian Paulson. I'm 14, and this is my third time going to the Purity Ball. I am so excited.
In America, there's a new women's movement attracting thousands of young girls.
I'm Kaylin, I'm 8, and I'm going to the Beauty Bar.
Look at those eyes, man.
You can just tell she's part of a cult.
Tonight.
To an old-fashioned view.
Oh, we long for men to be men. We are desperate for manly men to lead in a way that is healthy and honoring to women.
It's all about chastity.
Now, how does having a ceremony where your daughter marries you? I mean, come on.
I believe we women were created to need the strength of the man.
And purity.
We are too valuable to simply give ourselves away to young men who would not treat us with great respect, honor, and worth.
It's all about women learning to follow men. And the man will be the leader of
Now, wait a minute. It's some men. See? Come on now.
the household.
I mean, the problem with this is that you're teaching them this, and then you're going to turn them loose, and someone's going to take advantage of them because they have this mindset. Like, the chances of finding somebody that's gonna find a woman that has this mindset and is gonna treat them like her father is minuscule.
Well, here's the thing about it, because it needs to be a balance, right? Because back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right? Wow, there's a cat out there that looks just like my cat, except my cat is right here. That's so weird. Anyways, it used to be that women required marriage for access, etc. Right? And then things swung the other way, right? So now we have this hookup culture now, right? So things have swung, like they went from all the way to one side to all the way to the other, to where studies show that women.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it needs to swing back towards the middle. I'm not a proponent of hookup culture at all.
What I'm saying is, like, there needs to be a solution to both problems, and this isn't it.
Yeah, right.
Guys, it gets creepier.
Purity balls.
Look at the swords, dude.
It's like a WWE like entrance.
Seriously.
A sacred covenant between fathers and daughters.
Choose before God to cover my daughter as her authority and protection in the area of purity.
Where dads pledge to protect their girls' purity until marriage.
Now,
we live in a consuming fire of pop culture telling our daughters that the culture has the answer and
they're wearing wedding dresses.
I mean, I feel like this is just trying to put a certificate on something that happens naturally anyways. And
that's what I was saying is
title to it.
Well, so all of my female friends, I always say, look, if you really want to know if a guy honestly likes you or is there for the long term, have your dad meet the guy or your brother or whatever, because guys can size up guys pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? We can have you ever met like someone in your life, like your sister or your cousin's boyfriend? You're like, dude, something's wrong with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
my experience, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole here, but my experience dating in a very liberal city like Brooklyn is I've gotten rejected more than any other reason because I've wanted a serious relationship.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how things go now. But that's on the coasts, because you go to like rural America or like the flyover states. You know what I'm saying? They still kind of have that mindset when it comes to dating. And then also, like, I really, really, really think that like young boys and young girls just honestly think that hooking up is just the cool thing to do. And the scariest part that I saw was like they had a thing about, I think it's HPV, and they were like, well, do you ever protect yourself? Like, well, no, because most people have it anyway. So I'm just gonna get it.
I'm not a prude about any of this, but my stance on it is that my body is a temple, and like I don't even know if I could get like aroused if there wasn't an emotional aspect to it. So I've been going out in cities for 10, 12 years, and I've never hooked up with anybody.
Yeah,
I've had opportunities, but
I just don't understand how it's in. And look, I'm from the Northwest. I'm no shame. If you want to go out and do stuff, fine. But how is it teaching men a lesson, empowering women with sleeping with as many men as possible?
The whole debate over Cardi B's WAP song.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's supposed to be about women's empowerment, and meanwhile she's talking about like, oh, I got him down my throat until I'm gagging. Like, how is that women's empowerment?
but ultimately, women can look. So we live in a free society, and anyone can do whatever that they want. But I was having everything saying, try and do things that 18, 19-year-old me I mean, 18, 19, 20-year-old you should be doing things that 35, 45-year-old you would not be ashamed of. And there you go, So, all right, guys, let me show you one. Hold on, there's one more thing here. Hold on. Let me show you this. You guys, hold on. And then we can close this down. Look at this. Do.
We got pushed us to 3 hours, baby.
Look at this. Essay abuse claims against LA Unified School District. Over the past few years, the LA Unified School District has paid out at least $327 million in essay assault and harassment claims. $327 million. Wow. $1 million.
That's wild.
Look at this. Involving LAUSD teacher, first grade teacher, groomed and SA'd them. Wow. 53 counts he got convicted for. How bad is LAUSD? So the sad truth is that no one knows. As of 2016, LA Times reports the national database that tracks teachers' misconduct was missing at least 20 cases of California teachers who were revoked, and more than 800 that faced lesser forms of discipline since 1990. Wow. Look at that. That is absolutely committed by teachers. Look at that. 1 in 10 students in grades 8 through 11 said they were a victim of one or more abuses from a teacher. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Essay and passing the trash. Look at that. Mandatory reporting is required. What is not under the law, however, is for schools that have placed a teacher on leave while they investigate the claim, or who have let a teacher go for suspected essay, to disclose this information to other schools. This is known as passing the trash, you guys. So they can
What the hell?
Let a teacher go and then just. But you know what though? Hey, how about this? Cops do the same thing. They will let a cop go for some craziness, and they're able to get rehired in another jurisdiction.
Well, that happened with Stanley Kendall too.
Yeah,
he was only a sub, but still.
Look, finally, license revocation in one state. Here you go. So they're trying to say that taking the teacher's license away takes a long time, and they can start teaching. And then, look, license revocation in one state does not mean that a license will be revoked in another. If a teacher that's accused of essay in Utah moves to California, there's no guarantee that he or she won't be granted a new teacher's license in another state. Wow. Guys, this is
messed up.
Crazy.
They got to fix that.
Look at this. So they paid out $300 million in essay claims and student essay claims. And then $27 million. Look at this. In the 5 years that followed, the district has paid out at least $27 million more, including a settlement of $5 million to a client of Taylor Ring, the largest settlement paid out. So they paid one person $5 million. Guys, this is absolutely insane. This is like, here we go. So this is for a law firm. So I guarantee you, this law firm, this is their bread and butter, is suing this one school district. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we got these
Hey,
guys.
if you're
Look,
gonna get $300 million out of it,
seriously, how much do lawyers usually get? Isn't it like 20%, whatever the illegal fees are?
I think like a corporate lawyer or a criminal defense lawyer for a big firm in NYC probably makes at least $500,000.
Yeah,
but that's not representative of the whole country, obviously.
Yeah. A 13-year-old boy was victimized almost daily by his supervisor at the Westerly School in Long Beach. No one at the school ever reported it to law enforcement. And then 2 adult women essayed their... Wait, what? Hold on. 2 adult women... That doesn't read right. Were essayed by the middle school teacher who covered the largest per victim settlement in the nation, $7 million each. A boy who was essayed by his teacher off school premises, despite an anonymous warning sent to the school district. A 14-year-old was manipulated into engaging in a relationship with her 8th grade teacher. Wow, that's crazy. Guys, I don't know. I really don't. Like, this is sad, man. And this is California, where it's like, you would think that this would happen more. I mean, California is a big state, but I wonder if you were to go state by state, you know what I'm saying, and see what it looks like. So, but cool. Yeah, I guess we can shut this down. It's like, we didn't quite make it to 3 hours, Josh.
Hey, it was close enough. It's been pretty epic.
Josh, do you have any final thoughts or anything before we shut it down here?
No, not really. I mean, it's been a great time. There's a lot of people in here today, a lot of good comments. I'm glad to be back. I had to take a little sabbatical, but that happens with me. But
guys, here is the link.
Like I said in the last stream I was in, at this time next year, there's going to be 1 million people here.
Guys, here's a link to the Discord. So guys, feel free to join the Discord, and the next stream, the next Lauren stream will be in 2 weeks. So let me see what day that is. That'll be the 13th, and we're gonna watch his interrogation. And then after that, we can get into the phone calls, because those are great. Wait, who said that? That was Allie. Yeah. So yeah, guys, join the Discord. I appreciate you guys. Remember,
meet and chat.
It's a like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy. Thanks,
out.
Josh.